Looks good.
So I've got that ready.
Yeah, right. Especially today with everything being closed. Okay, good afternoon. My name is Peter Zanoni. I'm the city manager of Corpus Christi, and thank you for joining us for our daily public health district update today, Friday. In order to provide you up-to-date statistics during our press briefings, we have decided to move these briefings to 5 o'clock. You may recall the last couple of briefings have been at 3, and we were releasing new statistics at 4:30, which was after the press event. So we're trying to get better coordinated here and better accommodate the media and the public. So our press briefings from now on, from today forward, will be at 5 o'clock. That will allow us to report to you the numbers through the day in terms of any new coronavirus positive cases that we have in our county. Our press events take place Monday through Friday, and so they won't be tomorrow and Sunday. Just Monday through Friday, unless warranted, we'll do one. But normal health updates will be Monday through Friday at 5 o'clock now to better sync up our statistics that we provide out as of 4 o'clock. So that gives an overview of the change of status, and I hope that accommodates the media and the public better moving forward. Today with me in our press conference will be Mayor Joe McComb. He is going to talk to you a little bit about the stay-at-home order that he signed today that becomes effective today for the city of Corpus Christi, and he'll explain that mirrors the new Oasis County one. He's also going to give you a little bit of an update on the big city mayor's conference call that took place yesterday and that he participated in. And then he's going to thank HEB for a generous donation they gave to help us with some Meals on Wheels food today. Oasis County Judge Barbara Canellis is here with us today. She'll talk to you more about the county-wide stay-at-home order, providing you some more clarity, some numbers, and some definitions on essential versus non-essential. I'll come back to the podium and give you some updates on our COVID-19 statistics through 4 o'clock today, and talk to you a little bit about the firefighter results from yesterday. Again, make sure that's clear to the community. We're going to talk to you about 2 other closures that we've enacted beginning today to respect that stay-at-home order that Judge Canellis issued for the county. And then following my presentation, Annette Rodriguez will give us an update on drive-through testing.
sometimes the information is not there that is correct, and we just want to make sure it's correct, and so that's our that. And then something exciting, I think, and I think it just reinforces the goodness and the bigness of heart that HEB has. They donated a $30,000 grant to the Parks and Recreation Department that, and their staff has been working with people to get our home delivered Meals on Wheels programs for emergency relief, and that's going to provide weekend meals for 440 homebound patients or clients between March 28th and April the 26th. And that's a huge contribution on behalf of HEB, and we just want to tell them thank you for that. And they always come through for the communities, and we're just grateful for that. So with that, I'll ask County Judge Barbara Canales to come up, and let me just say this lady is a hard worker, and we appreciate the effort that she's putting into this, and we appreciate working with her. I think both of our commitments is, our number one goal is to keep our city safe and healthy, and just want to remind you to stay home, don't roam. Thank you. Judge Canales.
Thank you so much, Mayor, and the sentiment is right back at you, ditto. So I would like to announce, I think, a really important phone number. This phone number will be a good phone number for a Monday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to have a lot of phone lines set up at the county, and these phone lines are for the express purpose of being able to ask your questions about the stay-at-home orders. In addition, you're going to get to select whether you have a question about the stay-at-home orders, or maybe you just have a question about Nueces County services and or the courthouse. And so you'll be able to select one or two, and then we'll have either social services pick up your call if that's appropriate, or we'll have a member of our legal staff. And I'd like to thank the city again because they're going to cooperate and send us some staff. And so we'll be able to now to answer questions about either the city or the county orders since they are identical. That phone number is 414-6000. It's a good number because it's an easy number to remember, 414-6000. Now, what if you say, wait a minute, I've got a question right now? Well, we're going to still be able to help you on Saturday. We're going to have limited hours on Saturday, 10 to 2, but we have unlimited hours on email, and you need to remember that. So even though we're not going to be answering the phones on Sunday, I'm going to be helping the county attorneys answer email all weekend long. And so if you really need to get a question out to us for the rest of this evening or over the weekend, we're going to ask you to use laura.jimenez@nuecesco.com. And that's Laura, Laura.Jimenez, Jimenez, at Nueces, NUECES, Ms. Jimenez is your Nueces County attorney, and she is running point on all legal matters regarding to the stay-at-home orders. I want you to know that I am still very proud of Nueces County and their reaction and response to the support that we have received over how important it is to keep the people safe and to continue to do everything we can to reduce the spread of this virus. And so I would like to ask you to keep your comments and questions coming. Now, I know that our phones are ringing off the wall and our staff is scrambling, but it doesn't matter. That's our duty and our obligation and responsibility, and we will fulfill it. And so I would ask that you guys get out this weekend and enjoy, what I hope to be a great South Texas weekend. Remember, this order is meant for you to live and to live well, but it's also in order to keep you safe. So if you need to get outside and enjoy your leisure activity, you just need to remember to keep that social distance, which is absolutely working to keep the spread of this virus down. And of course, you need to keep practicing all the good management of washing hands and disinfecting surfaces as you are, a part of your office or your home. This is also absolutely making a major impact in reducing the spread of this disease. So again, I'd like to reiterate the purpose of these orders are to help us keep essential business running. And here's something I'd like to stress. keep those businesses that support essential business running, whether they are supplying a service to an essential business or whether they're connected in some other way to that essential business. But if you are doing something that's absolutely linked to a business that we've declared essential, you're exempt too. So there are a lot of questions, and we know that we are going to do everything in our part over the weekend through email, through phone lines, and come Monday morning, we're going to be able to have a full breadth of over 8 phone lines to help answer these calls. If I can answer any questions, I will remain after the press conference to do so. I think in general, one other item of interest is that we are continuing to increase our opportunities to better communicate. Just today, I was able to jump on a call with our federal partners here at our federal courthouse. And I think that there's always opportunities for us to enhance communication, and we are committed to doing so. So I want to thank again all of you who are helping us really make certain that our community is doing their part to help our overall state, and in fact, our state doing everything we can to help our country. Thank you so much.
Okay, great. Peter Zanoni, City Manager for the City of Corpus Christi. I'm going to begin my part of the conversation by updating the case statistics for the Nueces County area. Beginning with the total number of new cases reported since yesterday. Okay, so since yesterday at 4, we have 2 new cases in the county, in Nueces County. So that brings our total positive cases of COVID-19 to 20. Both of the 2 new cases are residences of the City of Corpus Christi. And so that's it. So 2 new cases, a total of 20, and both persons were from the City of Corpus Christi.
Para darles la información más reciente, existen 2 nuevos casos de 2 personas quienes resultaron positivas al virus COVID-19. Las 2 personas son residentes de la ciudad. Este da un total de 20 casos quienes han resultado positivos en la ciudad de Corpus Christi.
The number of deaths in our county as a result of COVID-19 still remains at 0. When we look at the demographics or the spread by gender, the 2 new cases were both male, so that increases the percentage of male to female to a 70% to 30 percentage point. So 70% of the 20 persons are male, and then 30% are female. And the age grouping still remains somewhat consistent, where the majority of the cases are in a 40 to 49-year-old bracket. And then there's a large group in the 60 to 69-year-old category. That accounts for 13 of the 20 members, or 20 persons.
Hasta el momento no se ha reportado ninguna muerte en el condado de Nueces. Las 2 personas quienes resultaron positivas, ambos son varones. Hasta el momento el 70% de los casos son hombres, el 30% son mujeres, y el rango de edad, la mayoría de ellos, está entre 40 a 49 años.
Okay, and the last thing I'm going to report on in terms of statistics is the number of cases that we have tested in our labs, so the number of laboratory tests that we have taken. As the mayor said, and I know County Judge Canales is also working with us on this, we are working to get better statistics for the community, and we understand and we can relate to the media's concern that the numbers aren't clear, and maybe it's not all-encompassing. And so the issue is we test samples at our lab, but we also in the community have tests that are being performed by hospitals and by commercial labs, and there's not a good system in place statewide to have those numbers reported to a health district like we have here. So the numbers we have been reporting are those that we test, and we know for certain what we're doing. What we're trying to improve is what the private sector is doing, both in terms of either hospitals in the community or private commercial labs like LabCorp. And so we're working on a process the mayor has on the city council agenda for next week, an order that will now require all tests that are being performed by the private sector to be reported in to the health district at a point in time every day. And so we want to point that out to the community and to the media. Today's number of tests that have been performed by the health district since our lab opened up earlier this week is a total of 87 samples have been tested. There have been more tests performed community-wide because private sector entities like hospitals and like commercial labs are testing as well. And we don't have that total number today, but we'll have it soon into next week, especially after Tuesday, when the City Council approves that order requiring now for those to be provided to our health district on a daily basis. Of the 20 confirmed COVID cases that we have today, let me talk to you a little bit about their status. The community has asked about that through the media, and the media has asked. So of the 23 are currently hospitalized. An additional 2 are also hospitalized, but they are in an intensive care unit. So a total of 5 of 20 are hospitalized. 3 of those are in the ICU condition. We have 2 of the 20 that have been discharged from the hospital, so their condition has improved to where they could go home and continue their quarantining if necessary. 2 have been discharged. 2 new cases of today are unknown at this time because they were given to us by commercial labs and a hospital, and we don't know their case today. And then the 11 remaining of that 20, they are at home, recovering from the virus at their homes. And then just to remind you, today we were a little behind, a little after 4:30, but our goal is to still get the numbers out to the community and the media every day at 4:30. This does include Saturday and Sunday, so we'll have staff working Saturday and Sunday to report out to the media and the community and all those others that are on our distribution list the number of new cases for Nueces County. That'll be at 4:30 every day. Let me just do a quick recap on our firefighters. So we know that we had 1 firefighter who was tested recently, who had come into contact with a patient that had a heart issue, but later we learned that the patient had COVID-19. That firefighter's test came back negative yesterday. He, though, and his colleague firefighters that responded to that call are still in quarantine. So there's a total of 5 firefighters that remain in kind of isolation through April 2nd. That'll be the 14-day period. We also want to update you on 2 additional city operational closures in light of the order from Nueces County and the city as well, the stay-at-home order. So to encourage compliance with that, we are going to close the municipal court lobby where people have been coming in to pay for outstanding municipal citations, as an example, parking tickets or speeding tickets. And we're going to close that lobby. All those ticket dates have been suspended anyway at the state level or through the state action. And so persons out there, if they have a ticket, they don't have to worry about missing a deadline because all those deadlines have been placed on hold. However, you can still pay. If somebody did want to pay and get that out of the way, you can still pay online or by mail. Also, another closure, the Animal Care Services Adoption Center that the city has at 2626 Holly Road. We are going to close that down. It's been open, and we just want, you have to stay at home, don't roam. And although we love our pet population, we want to keep as many people home as we can. However, if persons do still want to go there, they can schedule an appointment. This will help us in keeping with that rule of 10 and minimize persons going there. They can schedule an appointment Monday through Saturday by calling 826-4630, 826-4630 to set up an appointment if they want to go to our adoption center. And then both the mayor and the judge spoke of this, but as a reminder, our beaches are open. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. What we want, though, is the compliance of groupings no greater than 10. So long as groups are not forming greater than 10, you won't be approached by anybody. But if those groups get bigger than 10, Corpus Christi Police Department, the Nueces County Sheriff's Office, or our constables may be breaking those up and maybe asking you to leave at that point. We'll be monitoring our Packery channel as well. There was a lot of activity there last week, and the rule of 10 was broken, and that caused us to end up closing it down. Also, as the county judge's order states, parking vehicles on the beach, we want you to keep you 100 feet from each vehicle. So give yourself distance when you're parking on the beach. And then finally, just a quick couple of thank yous. As you may know, we have an army of people working 24 hours a day at the Health District, led by Annette, who's here with me, and Dr. Dante Gonzalez. And these staff professionals, both medical professionals and other professionals, working sometimes 12 hours a day. And so we are mindful of their health themselves. And today, the Port of Corpus Christi provided them with lunch It was kind of a surprise, but it was well welcomed by the employees. So we want to thank the Port of Corpus Christi for providing lunch to the Health District today. We also want to thank Jack's Dinner Bell. They are a local caterer, small business here in town. They're located at 4626 Weber Road. They called us today to tell us they're going to be delivering a nice lunch for the team as well someday next week. So we want to thank Jack's Dinner Bell for that. So that concludes my comments. We're going to have Annette Rodriguez, our Public Health Director, come up and provide us with an update on the drive-through testing that's scheduled for Sunday. Unless, Judge, you had
I'm going to
okay.
sneak in
Yep,
because
go ahead.
I guess I'm losing my touch. I forgot something very important, and that is that on our nuecesco.com website, we really will see an updated version of information that pertains to, of course, Nueces County, but in particularly these orders, including an entire list, which we got from the Department of Homeland Security, that helps you really identify which businesses are essential in regards to critical infrastructure. And I think it's very helpful to familiarize yourself, and the website's a really good place to go. In addition, it is not necessary to have to prove that you are an essential business or part of the whole pyramid structure that the order allows exemptions. However, if it makes you feel better, if it gives you comfort, if you say, I just feel better if I have something and I don't have a badge, we made the effort to put together a template that you can download from your business and fill in the blanks, and you can have that letter and give it to your employees. Again, this is not mandatory. You don't have to have it, but it is a very good letter to be able to identify that you are indeed a part of the pyramid structure of those businesses that we've deemed to be important, or you're supplying or providing a service to those essential businesses. So I just wanted to let you know that our website has been revamped, retooled for your benefit, and we hope that you'll go and see what we've done. In addition, we've launched a Facebook and a Twitter. We're really modernizing, and I think that you will be the beneficiaries of that modernization. So I'll conclude now and echo what City Manager Zanoni said, and that is this is the weekend, and this is a time to take a deep breath and really be thankful for the fact that we have so many public servants working tirelessly to help protect you. And it's an honor, and it is humble. It was with great humility that we're doing so, but we want you to know that this is an opportunity to reemphasize to your family that our orders are absolutely not to be locked up in your home, and you can travel within the jurisdictions. And remember, as I say, ask yourself when you leave, do I need to do this? Chances are, if you need to do it, it's going to be exempted. You're ready to go. Or do I want to do this? Is it something that falls in the category of a want? And that's kind of the good measure, common sense measure. That, coupled with reading the orders with you and your family, will go a long way to protecting us and to having a great weekend. So I look forward to visiting with you again next week at our next press conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, City Manager. Let me update you on the drive-through that we're going to have this Sunday. So it is a collaborative effort. It's between Krista, Spahn, Driscoll, Public Health, and many city and county staff and resources. I have to say that. The collection site will be held this Sunday, March the 29th at 8 a.m. It will be where individuals that have been pre-screened can come through for the collection, and then it will be sent off for the coronavirus testing. So please call the number, the 361, the 826, the 7200 for screening to receive an appointment if you feel you are ill or if you believe you have the coronavirus. So this Sunday, again, at 8 a.m. After this Sunday, we are planning to have another drive-through on Wednesday and then again on Friday, as long as there's a need and there's availability of test kits. After this week, we're going to plan on going to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. That'll make it easier for everybody to remember, and it'll be on a more consistent basis. So it'll go to Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. The venue may change, but that's something that we're still discussing. As the number of confirmed cases increases, we are now at 20, individuals will have to be more vigilant about staying home and practicing the non-pharmaceutical interventions that we have been discussing. Some of these interventions are, as everybody knows, is practicing the social distancing. And thank you, because I think many, many people are going above and beyond to do those steps. Avoid close contact with people that are sick. Stay away from individuals that are sick. Wash your hands as often as possible. Clean areas that are common areas that everybody touches, doorknobs, cell phones, coffee pots, light switches. Clean them as often as you can. And make sure that you cover your nose and your mouth when you cough or you sneeze. Use a tissue if possible. Throw the tissue away and then wash your hands again. Do not touch your eyes, nose, and mouth. That is so important because those are orifices that can easily take germs and put them into those three areas, your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. So don't touch those areas with unwashed hands. Don't put on contacts if your hands are not clean. And finally, stay home for vulnerable populations, the elderly, those with comorbidities, those individuals that are pregnant. Those are all considered part of the vulnerable population. Please stay home, stay well, and stay informed.
Okay, great. That concludes our press event for today. We're here to answer any questions, including Nueces County Judge Barbara Canales.
We're looking for a clarification on place of residency for everybody.
Place of residency?
Yeah. Just in the breakdown.
Clarification on the numbers?
Yeah.
Well, let me see. So what I have is the two new cases that were reported from yesterday at 4 to today. Those are all from the city of Corpus Christi. Of the other 18, let me just make sure I get this right. One is from Robstown, and then one is from two are from Port Aransas, and then the remaining, I guess that would be 15 from the city of Corpus Christi. Yeah. Thank you.
Judge, can you go over the times of the hotline? We've already getting calls that they're trying to call and they're not answering, so if you can go over the times again.
Yeah, so it's after 5 today, so that 888-0391. Now I'm gonna, you can still leave a message, but the best thing to do is to call between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturday. And also, when we start what I'm gonna call the very efficient hotline, the one that's gonna be the number forevermore until this incident is over, is that 414-6000, and it'll be manned by 8 a.m. on Monday morning. And I believe it'll be 8 to 5 on Monday. And again, if the need is great, we're gonna try to expand those times. But tomorrow from 10 to 2, and our county attorney is gonna come in on the weekend and try to help. But the best thing they can do is my office, 888-0444, is also closed officially right now, but there is a voicemail. So you can leave that voicemail, but we really want to encourage everybody, if it's possible, to do, at least try to get your question by email, because I can get to those all the time. And that's laura.jimenez@nuecesco.com, laura.jimenez@nuecesco.com. She is our county attorney. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, we'll update our statistics on Saturday, Sunday, and we'll see you all Monday at 5 o'clock. Thank you.